Hey, it's finally time. I spent 365 days trying to figure out YouTube. I posted over 450 videos and gained over 200 subscribers. In this video, I'll share with you what actually happened and what is expected if you are thinking to start a YouTube channel. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Sabil. I'm 28 years old and I'm a website developer, full-time website developer. I've been into fitness for over 10 years. This is something I'm known for. But you are probably wondering, 450 videos and only 200 subscribers? Is it even worth it? That looks like a total failure. But is it though? I think I've learned skills that are more valuable than actual views. So, why did I actually start? I started because I wanted to work on my communication. I wanted to work on the articulation to be able to express an idea to camera or somebody else. That is where the whole thing started. I think that being able to speak is one of the most valuable skills that you can acquire. And I think that skill is transferable to any part of your life. Wherever you go, whatever field you are in, wherever you work, that skill will help you progress, not just at work, but in life also. So the first video I posted was in 30th of December 2024. That is when I decided that I will do YouTube for a year and see where I get on with it. That video was related to web development, naturally. Um, and it was um, the title of the video was What is JavaScript? That is a topic in web development. JavaScript is a language that you use to make the website interactive. So I made a video on that, but I was too afraid to show my camera on my face on the camera. I was too afraid to speak on the camera. So naturally, the second thought was maybe use tools to help you create that first video. That's what I did. I used a voiceover tool to get the script read by AI. I used video editing software to represent in visuals what it actually means. And even the script was made by AI. But soon I realized that, do I really want to do web development related content when I'm actually doing a job 9 to 5, doing the same thing? I'm already burnt out from the job. And if I do this in videos after work to try to create videos, try to create content, I'll totally burn out. And eventually I won't be creating any videos and give up before the end of the year. So I made a pivot, went into self development niche because I was doing meditation for over 5 years. I was doing Wim Hof breathing, and I was working on my consistency, my discipline for a very long time. So I thought that is something that I can get into. I can help people with that. Sooner or later, I realized that this wasn't something I actually wanted to do. I didn't want to teach people how to improve themselves. There's various videos for this. There are better people doing that. There are thousands of books about self development. And probably that is the reason I went into self development, because I read over 100 books on self development. Then after that, I was trying out some supplements, ashwagandha. Then I tried out Shilajit. I made videos on that, and that Shilajit video was one of the videos that performed the best throughout this year. I got over 5,000 views on it as of today. About and it had a lot of engagement. There were comments, there were likes, so people actually liked it. But then I was like, why would I make myself guinea pig and do experimentations on myself? Eventually, I was like, I'm not going to be trying supplements for videos. And that wasn't even the real goal. The real goal was to be able to communicate, to be able to share, to be able to talk, to be able to speak. But those videos were taking so long. They were taking 30 days of me doing experiment, and there was just like about 5-10 minutes of speaking. So I wasn't getting enough practice. Then I started to document fitness journey. I was trying to give advice about fitness, how to gain weight, how to lose weight, what exercises to do, and things like that. Eventually, I was like, I'm not a teacher. I'm not gonna be teaching you how to get better at fitness, how to get better in a better physical shape. Then I pivoted into traveling. I went to Amsterdam. I recorded the whole process, the whole journey from London to Amsterdam, what I did there. And that was one of the things that I felt really proud of because I never done a solo journey on my own. I also posted videos about my transformation, my 10 years gym transformation, and most of the videos were in a short form. I started to realize that I don't have time working as a full-time web developer. I don't have time to record long form because to record long form, you need to have a structure. You need to be able to sit and be able to speak like how I'm speaking right now. I have my notes here, don't get me wrong, but those videos were something that I was ignoring because it was over analyzing. If you're starting out YouTube, don't record. That's my advice. Don't record long form videos because you will be stuck on that phase of over analyzing. And once you're in over analyzing phase, you won't record the video. Short form is a better way to go because you can quickly take your phone out, record whatever you want to record for 60 seconds and post it. Gradually, you will get experience to be able to record a long form. You are probably wondering, what did I actually learn through this whole process? The number one thing, and that is related to my goal, was being able to speak like how I am right now. That is one thing I gradually improved on over time. Took me a year to where I am right now. If you go and watch my first video, it was scripted. I was reading off the paper. I wasn't natural. I wasn't genuine at all. It was just whatever was written, I was reading off. And now I'm able to sit in front of the camera and record without a script, record without hesitation. Another skill I learned was video editing. Um, a lot of videos were through the software, the Vinci Resolved. I learned how to use the software. I learned how to edit the videos. That was another skill that I learned. Another one is building consistency. Because when you are posting videos on a daily basis, you start learning the skill of consistency. Consistency isn't something that you are born with. The more you do, the better you get at consistency. And that is one thing I got really good at. Even in the gym, I am consistent because I've been recording videos. I've been posting videos every single day and I was getting results. And that's something I learned, that if you want to get results in anything, you'll have to show up every single day. You don't need to be there for 2 3 hours. You just need to be there, show up. Eventually you'll start getting better by time. And lastly, YouTube has made me achieve a lot of my goals that were just lying behind the curtain and I wasn't taking action on them. First one being muscle ups. I learned how to do muscle ups, and eventually I got to my goal of 10 muscle ups. Then there was a deadlift. I wanted to do 150 kilo deadlift. I achieved that. Then there was 100 kilo bench press. I achieved that. I always wanted to do boxing because of YouTube. I started to do boxing because there was accountability. There were people watching me, and if I don't show up, what is it all about? I mean, I am the one that's showing you how to build discipline and consistency, and if I don't do it myself, what's the point? So it was giving me accountability. What actually didn't work? One of the things that didn't work was finding the niche. To this point, I still don't know what my niche is, and a lot of people get stuck on that phase trying to find a niche. My way of thinking is like this: you are documenting the process that you are doing. If you are going to the boxing lesson for the first time, you are recording that process. So people who are going to the boxing for the first time and they watch their video, you are one step ahead of them and you'll be able to give them some tips, some advice, and show them that they don't need to be hesitant about going to the boxing for the first lesson and things like that. You need to be documenting instead of getting a niche, because once you get into that niche, you will be recording videos about that all the time. Eventually, if your mind changes, you won't be able to record about anything else because all your audience, all they want to see is that particular niche. content on that particular niche. I mean, it works for some people, it works for a lot of people. If you make videos about a certain thing, that is a lot better for YouTube algorithm, and you will grow a lot faster. Another thing that didn't work was I was teaching things that I just learned myself. Even though I was one step ahead of people, I didn't have enough experience in a certain sector to be able to teach that to people who are even one step below me because I myself didn't understand it. So don't teach things that you don't have experience in. Don't teach things that you don't know about. And lastly, it was overthinking content strategy. I've been sitting multiple times in front of the camera with a script, with this paper, that paper, trying to make that perfect video. It's never gonna happen. When if you are starting a YouTube channel, you need to first grow yourself. You need to learn for yourself before you need strategies, before you need a team. And I feel like that is one of the things that isn't talked about at all in YouTube. Everybody's telling you, do this, do that, do that. That's the strategy you need to follow. This is the format you need to have. But nowadays, what matters and what's I think gonna do a lot better is gonna be being genuine on camera. If you are able to be genuine, able to share ideas in front of the camera like this, that is a lot more valuable to people than having a perfectly structured content, having a perfectly structured PowerPoint presentation that is formal. So here's what you all been waiting for, the truth about YouTube, what I've learned after creating videos for a whole year. First of all, it is one of the best accountability partner that you can get. Whatever goal you have, record videos about that, and that will be your accountability. That is one of the things that worked for me. Whatever goals that I've achieved, that was because I was showing myself on camera and I had this accountability that people are watching me. So if I don't show up, people are gonna call me out. That was the first one. It forces you to articulate your ideas, forces you to speak up, because a lot of the times um, you are not sharing genuine responses, genuine ideas to anybody. When you are sitting in front of the camera, there is nobody that's going to answer back. There's nobody that's going to interrupt you. You can sit down and speak about whatever you have to speak about in as a whole. Another thing is document your journey because you have a proof of what you've been going through. It is like a legacy. You have everything you have done, everything you have worked on, everything that you have improved on. Even now, when I go back to my first videos and I watch them, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Is it what is this? I laugh at it. Another thing is you will gain skills that are transferable. One of them being able to speak. If you are able to speak, you'll be able to speak in your meetings at work. You'll be able to persuade people, influence people. That is one of the skills that I believe it's so valuable that if you learn it, you won't learn it in a day or two. It will require a lot of time. And look at me, it took me a year to get better and comfortable in front of the camera. If you learn it, you will do good in life because this is what everybody is seeking for. If you are able to, if you want to lead, you need to be able to speak. If you want to work, you need to be able to speak. Whatever you are doing, if you are able to speak properly, structured, you'll do well in life. That is what I think. So what's next for me? Will I continue doing this? I mean, the experiment is over, but will I continue? Of course I will. I mean, the kind of results I've gotten from this in terms of self-improvement, it doesn't make no sense for me to stop. It's like you started a gym, you started going to the gym, you are working out, now you got your perfect physique. Because you got your perfect physique, you're gonna stop. No, there's always progress, there's always, you can get better. Um, from where you are, you can get better. Once you reach your goal, you can get even better. So that's how I see it. It has helped me a lot with a lot of things, achieving my goals, being able to speak on camera comfortably. I'll continue doing it. And if you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel, you should, because the kind of benefits you get from recording yourself on camera is something that I didn't think when I started that I will be here. One thing I will talk about is the algorithm. Stop chasing the algorithm, because once you chase the algorithm, you are doing things that you don't want to do. And that is one thing I set my mind clear to. I want to record content that I like. I want to record content that I can help people with, rather than recording content that is trendy, recording content that's viral. I mean, there is a different path to it. You can do it for as a business, you can do it to earn money. For me, it was purely self development. For me, it was purely um, communication, presentation. For me, it was building following, because I think that having following in social media nowadays is so important. It's like an asset. You get a voice. If you don't have any following, you don't have a voice. 365 days, 400, over 450 videos, over 200 subscribers. By YouTube standards, I failed, because I am doing a full-time job as well. Don't forget that I have different responsibilities. I am just like you. Um, by YouTube standards, I failed. By standards of a lot of people, I failed. But standards of life, I done really well, and I'll continue doing so. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one.